Today we're going to be interviewing the head of the eSTEAM Academy, and this is Miss Rainwater, and we'll just be asking her a couple of questions about this program and what it has to offer. So first of all, what's a general overview of this program? The Academy is.
The eSTEAM Academy is a classroom centered around technology integration. So it is basically based around students who are taking either Adobe, SolidWorks, different types of classes that deal with either audio, video, engineering. And the idea of the class is that they take the traditional content that's being learned in a traditional classroom, but they have to show what they know in different ways using technology.
Okay. So how does your curriculum wrap around this? You making the I know how you use different things like the using the computers, but how do you integrate this into the curriculum set by the county?
So basically the curriculum is just a roadmap. These are the things that you have to know when you leave 8th grade. So in a traditional classroom you have a text and you work with the vocabulary and you might do some text mapping and you do some reading, and then you have to create some sort of project that shows that you learn that material. In the eSTEAM classroom it's kind of the same thing except with the absence of a book. So what we have to do is we have to start with the overall concept. And through the development of the projects, the students are having to research and learn the material and incorporate it in a way that could be used to teach other students. It's kind of an inquiry-based model as opposed to the traditional model that you would use in a regular classroom.
Okay, so what programs do you use to learn? Because if you don't have a textbook, I know you use the computer, but what are some programs that you may use during the everyday?
Okay, when you say programs, are you...
So, like programs, like how you learn with, like what types of sites do you go on to, or?
Well, we use Edmodo, and
Okay.
Edmodo is just kind of like the bulletin board. And then we use Google Drive, and Google Drive is a huge component because with Google Drive we can do sites, we can do group pages. The Creative Collisions is basically where we reflect and discuss what we're thinking, not necessarily what we've learned, but what we're thinking, and that's how I can kind of pinpoint some areas of confusion or misconceptions that students might have. But keep in mind that most of the eSTEAM students are advanced students. So I think this type of learning appeals to them because it's more self-led. It's not the teacher saying, okay, take the notes, this is what you're supposed to know. It's more about asking the questions as they're creating it and having to, like any learner, having to take a topic and having to research it and having to break it down and having to figure it out. Okay. But having that assistance there to kind of, okay, this is not right, this, and having those discussions.
Okay.
One of the things that I'm looking forward to implementing is subtext, which is a way of actually creating a library of the different articles that maybe not only I get, but the ones that the students find as well.
Okay. How does this program relate to the STEM part, so science, technology, engineering, and math?
Well, this is a science class, so that fits in well. And because of the additional courses the students are taking with either the SolidWorks or the Adobe, so depending on which one of the two they choose, you could either have the engineering component or you could have the art component. Because at the end of the day, Adobe is graphic art. I mean, that's what you're learning. And so the way we choose to look at it is there's some choices. We have the technology integration, obviously, but the output is going to be based upon the students' desires, what their motivations are. So some of the students may not get the engineering component, but some of them do. And most all of the students are forced to do the art component because of the audio and the video components that we build into the outputs.
Okay. So thank you so much for being able to interview and giving a general overview. And we've looked at some of the, we've been around during the classroom looking about how these students learn, and it's truly breathtaking seeing Able instead of a classroom with just regular pencil and paper. It's all technology. In the classroom you see just computers being used in the proper way. A lot of people, for a lot of teachers, think that any device is used just used for playing games. However, in this class, you see people coding, creating some things for engineering classes, also doing with the curriculum. So, thank you so much for being able to give your time here.
You're welcome.
Thank you.